So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And looking to throw, Penix. Looking deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. With touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Falcons need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Okay, here we go.
They'll start with a run by Tracy. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Ladybug, 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 ladybug.
Now Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, An open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run with a second-round pick from April's draft. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Looking to throw, Penix. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. From the shotgun, it's Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. He'll get it inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Kyle Pitts with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Falcons lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
To the air, Penix. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now Penix. That is incomplete.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into 4th down.
And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Here we go. Out we go.
Back to throw. Jones. Open man, that's Malik Neighbors. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Go, dog, dog, dog. Out we go.
Tracy going to get it on first down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Calm. Out we go.
From the 38, Jones. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. You talk about this Falcon defense. They were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Great. Bomo. Dom Capers. Out we go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Timberland. Half. Out we go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Apple. Out we go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
68 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
Let's go now.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. They'll throw with Penix. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Here's 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Ladybug.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
This is taken at the 15. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
Ready? 3rd and 5. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Got it. Ready?
Here is 3rd and 5.
Mustang 19. Here we go. Here we go. Check go.
Here's Penix. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point forthcoming. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
Half jumbo. Detroit. Up and go.
Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
2nd and 11. This one into the hands of Pitts. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 27 yards there, a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
A give left side to Robinson. And he stopped immediately there. Bobby Okereke making that tackle. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Penix working out of the gun here. Short throw caught by Pitts. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. He hit his first, this one from 38. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So this lead, Charles, is continuing to swell here in the first half.
Well, it's interesting. When we talked to them prior to the game, they told us that their game plan was take no prisoners, and they've lived up to it so far because everything has worked. No guarantee that'll continue, but all in all, this coaching staff's got to be very pleased by what they've seen.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
Dom Capers, up we go.
Jones throwing to start the drive. He's got a man, complete. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jalen Hyatt, 70 yards. And the Giants get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Brian Brzee fought in and got him down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Let's go now. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Dragon 60. Get up.
Now back to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons continue to pull away here in this first half. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Other side, other side.
To throw again on second down. Jones. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. A big play there just before halftime. And even 50 yards. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Looking to throw. Jones. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Malik Neighbors in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut this to a 17-point spread. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
Ready? Set, go.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Alabama.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Here we go. Up we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way down to the 5. It's a big-time play there for the G-Men. 41 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be second and goal.
That's good hard running right there on first and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
He'll try again. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Point after here coming up. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime. than sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Again, it's Robinson. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Flushed out. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. Their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Penix. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Pulled in at the 24. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've clawed their way back into this game. First half, they were down pretty big. Now, all of a sudden, we've got a ball game. How have they done it?
First thing is what you just talked about, clawing their way back in. That means they've decided to go ahead and fight this thing out, which is great. The second part is they looked at where the problems were in the first half, figured out how to shore them up, and have now gone to that part of the playbook that is actually working for them. A few adjustments, a few changes, and really good execution.
Now we'll see if that trend can continue. They'll hand it to Tracy. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Hyatt able to make the catch downfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. On the give, it's Tracy. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 9. Right back to Tracy. And a short gain down to about the 33. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Detroit. Rita. Great. Dom Capers. Timberland.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Ashton Davis. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Here we go, hey. Apple.
Back to throw. Jones. His throw caught at about the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Running left is Tracy. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Giants have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He got 29 yards that time.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Robinson. And he gets it down to the 32. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
In motion comes the tight end left. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
They got a completion there. That's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, very, hey, take 1 or 2 yards. We're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on the passing play.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. That's caught left side to the tight end Pitts. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And looking to throw, Penix. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down.
Half 18, half 18. Great, 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 great. Ladybug, 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 ladybug. Gold gutter, gold gutter, gold. Up we go.
On the run is Tracy. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 45 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Flick right, flick right, flick right. Half 88, half 88, half 88. Up we go.
They'll go again with Tracy. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 33 and a first.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Jump right, Pacino. Cockroach, cockroach, cockroach. South salad, south salad, south salad, south. Up we go.
Now Jones. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They'll come to the line now on a 3rd and 6. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Here now, 3rd down.
Timberland. Chip. Detroit. Up we go.
Throwing Jones. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants have retaken the lead. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up, because Frank Reich at Maryland in college did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like you still harbor some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. This is Robinson.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Back to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. For the crowd here at MetLife Stadium in full roar. 3rd down. He's back to throw. Able to find Jones. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
All right, let's just put it on the table real quick here. This is 2-minute drill. You got to know they're looking for their #1 receiver.
Yeah, you think they'd be ready for that? That time they weren't. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. He'll find Jones again, complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
He'll look to throw. He completes it to Jones.
And he is going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
They'll look to throw.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Giants have just about sewn up this football game.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here we go. Hey. Up we go.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
Half 18, half 18.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Giants, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And now they'll get the short week as they get set to play at Dallas on